Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we have another thing to install just to clean up the look of the back of the car just a little bit. It's going to be a fourth brake light, but before that I want to show you something else that I did to the car. So it is kind of hard to see because I'm in the garage and there's not much light, but I did finally get tint on the car. So the front windshield doesn't have any tint, so this is natural light. And then on the side windows, the back windshield all have 15% tint on it. So it's decently dark, but not too dark. So the thing about this tint, it's ceramic tint, is looking outwards from the inside of the car, it's pretty clear, but the opposite way, it is pretty dark. You can barely see my reflection unless you're like up close. Then you can kind of see, and that's with the lights on inside the car. This is what the tint on the back windshield looks like. Can't even see in there unless you're like looking straight all the way through, then you can barely see through to the front. But other than that, it's really dark. Alright, so now for the main part of the video. Here we have the fourth brake light to install. This nice packaging to keep it safe. Here we have the actual brake light. And yes, I'm doing this on the trunk of my car. See, it has a nice film just to protect the light before I install it. And then here we have the wiring kits, just so it's just plug and play, easy. No wiring needed to be done. So here's kind of a closer look of the light. I did forget to mention that it is from OLM. It is the version 2 kit with a smoked lens with red lights. I believe you can get it with a clear lens, white lights, clear lens, red lights, and all that different combinations. Alright, so the first step to putting on the light is removing the old light, obviously. You do need to pop some push clips or whatever they're called out. I don't have the tool for it, so I'm just going to use a handy dandy flathead screwdriver. So under here you got 1, 2, 3 pop clips to take out. I'm sure it'll be much easier with the actual tool, but I don't got that, so we work with what we have. Alright, so once you got them out, you want to just make sure you put them somewhere safe. I'm going to keep it there because you do need to put them back. The light does not come with new ones, so just make sure you don't lose or break those. Alright, so once you have the pop clips out, this plastic tray piece should pop right out. Kind of have to give it a small pull. There you go, got this right out, set this aside. And then now we do need, I believe it's 10mm bolts to take out the other brake light. Alright, once you get those bolts out, take them off to the side, keep them in a safe place, and then now the fourth brake light should just come right out. Alright, so before you go yanking out the tail light, there is a wire that you need to pop out on the left side of the car. There we go. In order to wire the wiring harness, we have to take either the driver's side or passenger side tail light out. You can choose. I'm just going to do the driver's side just because everything else is already on the driver's side. So the first thing you're going to do is kind of get behind this liner, and then we have to pop this plastic piece out right here, just like that. And then once you get that part out, there are 2 10mm bolts as well. The top one and this bottom one right here that we have to take out. We have one 10mm screw on the top right here. Okay, so in order to take this out, you're kind of just going to pull it straight back. Just like that. Might be a little hard on the first time doing it. We also have a wiring harness right here that we're going to remove. Yep. I'm going to set this off to the side. Alright, so in the package, we got 2 wiring harnesses. This one's going to be plugged into where the taillight would normally be plugged into, and then we got this one that's going to be sent down towards the new 4th brake taillight. So we're going to be plugging in this piece right here into the piece that was already on the car. So we just plug directly in like this. And once you have that plugged in, set that off to the side. Now we're going to get our other wiring harness out. And we're going to send this side down towards the bottom of the bumper. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and grab the wire that we sent down, pull it through the same little hole that the other wires went through. Okay, so once you have both wires through, it's time to plug in the actual brake light. So obviously the big one plugs into the big one, and the small one plugs into the small one. Just like that. Alright, so once you have everything wired and plugged in, you're going to just put this back where the old one was, and then put in the 2 10mm bolts on the sides. Okay, so going back up top, we're going to reinstall the tail light. Then it's just going to be this wire that plugs into there. Before I do that though, I do want to clean up these wires. It does come with zip ties, so that's good. I'm just going to zip tie everything up except for this one wire that is going to go into the tail light. Stuff everything down into here. Keep this wire up to plug back into the tail light. Alright, so I do have the tail light back in place, but before I bolt it all down, I do want to test and make sure that all lights are working, including the new 4th brake light. Alright, so as you saw, all lights were working, so now we're going to just bolt everything back down, put the plastic piece back on, and that should be everything. Be sure to put this plastic piece back on. Now we're gonna finally peel off the blue film, put on the plastic cover back on over. Alright, so that's what the 4th brake light is going to look like with the plastic cover back on. As you can see, the lights line up very well with the cutout. And I'm going to show you what the lights look like when they are on. Okay, so this is what the tail lights are going to look like when turned on. As you can see, there is a startup sequence that looks very cool, very nice. And then once the startup is over, it's just the bottom bars that are turned on, and this is what you'll see with headlights and tail lights on. Okay, and this is what the light is going to look like when the brakes are being pressed. As you can see, all lights get turned on, including the top part, middle part, and bottom part.
Here's what the light looks like when the car is put in reverse. As you can see, the bottom red lights show, as well as the middle white light. Alright, so in order to turn off the F1 blinking light, you're going to step on the brake and turn on and off the headlights 3 times very quickly. And as you can see, now the light will be solid when the brake is pressed.
That's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of the new 4th brake light on the car. Let me know if you guys like it, dislike it, think I should get a different one. Personally, I like it a lot. I think it looks a lot nicer than the old OEM one. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Peace out.